Alrighty, let's take a look at this question. So we need to evaluate this limit. We first try to sub in, and if we try to sub in -4 for x, we end up with 0 in the denominator, and we can't divide by 0. So we need to come up with a different strategy to try and get it simplified, and then maybe evaluate the limit. Get rid of that problem factor on the bottom. So I see little fractions within a big fraction here. My strategy for this is to get rid of those little fractions. Now you could go the long way, add them together, then divide by the denominator, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the easiest is to multiply the top and bottom by the lowest common denominator of those two fractions. So 4 and x, well, we'll need both of those, a 4x and a 4x. And we're not changing the value because 4x over 4x is just equal to 1. We're essentially just multiplying by 1. All right, now if we multiply each term, I'm just going to write it beside each term now. And denominator, you don't want to actually multiply it through. We're just going to keep it in brackets. Okay, you just want to multiply the stuff that's going to simplify. Okay, so what happens here on the first term on top, we're multiplying by 4x, which is sort of like 4x over 1 if you want to think of it as a fraction. The 4 on the bottom in the 1/4 can divide with the 4 of the 4x. So then we end up with just x for that first term, plus, and then again, think of that as 4x over 1, which means that x on the bottom of 1 over x can divide with the x in the 4x. So we end up with 1 times 4, so 4. All right, on the bottom, everything's the same, 4 plus x. We multiplied it by 4x, so that's still there. And then you may notice, woohoo, we have the same common factor, 4 plus x and x plus 4, same factor. We can divide those, and that got rid of the problem. That was the factor that was causing 0 on the bottom when we tried to sub in. So now that we've gotten rid of the problem factor, we can actually evaluate the limit. Oh, and make sure there's a 1 on top, because when we divide that x plus 4 in, there's something remaining. It's x plus 4 divided by x plus 4 is 1. All right, sub in, we have 1 over 4 times -4, and our final answer would be -1/16. And there we go. Hope that helped.